Jesus said, "Man cannot live on bread alone, but from every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." You're listening to Daily Truth.
Here's a fun fact, another Christian mythbuster. None of those three words in the Hebrew are translated as an illegal immigrant. Not one of them. They're all immigrants, but they're all there legally. They're all there legally. And there is a certain criteria that must be met to be there. And one of the criteria is that if you're going to be in this land with this people, there is a certain culture. Culture coming from the Latin word cultus, which is worship. There's a certain way of worship that affects everything that we have in this society. And it's dear to us. It's precious. And we exercise hospitality. Right? Remember, hospitality is not exercised to your own family. Hospitality, by virtue of being hospitality, is kindness to strangers. So we believe here in Israel in hospitality. But we don't exercise hospitality at the expense of our own children. We do not exercise hospitality at the expense of our own people. Now, I understand that some woke evangelicals at this point might object and say, well, there were all these different laws in the Old Testament about how to treat the sojourner and how to do this and how to do that. And it was costly. Not really. Let me give you an example. When you're threshing wheat, when you have a certain crop and it's time now to harvest, under the Old Testament, the Mosaic law for Israel, you could not harvest all the way to the edges of your crop, but you were supposed to leave the margins. Now let's think about that just practically for a second. It's not that God commands you only get to harvest the margins and you leave the 98% of the crop for the sojourner. No, you get your crop. You are leaving a fraction of it for the sojourner. And furthermore, the Bible also doesn't say, go ahead and harvest all of it, including the margins, and then take the margin harvest and put it in bushels and pack it up nicely with a bow and a ribbon on top and then give that to the sojourner. No, it says leave it. What are you leaving? You're leaving produce. You're also leaving a job. If they want it, they're going to have to thresh the wheat. You're not taking it for them. You're leaving the task and the produce for them.